Hi, Friday the 18th. This is the last rant I'll do before Christmas, so Merry Christmas to everybody. This is obviously a very unusual year in the economy, the markets, everything. People can't travel as usual. I have not gone out of Puerto Rico except a quick trip to the Dominican Republic with some friends the entire year. First time I haven't traveled really at all in a year. So again, Merry Christmas to everybody. And what are the markets doing? Yeah, they're being crazy as usual. The bubble keeps edging up. This is really looking toppy in the near term. People remember the Airbnb. IPO, DoorDash came out just before that. Both of them at more than double the asking price right off the bat, still holding up there. We have not seen this since early 2000 at the first tech bubble top. I've looked at all in the December newsletter and a lot of our updates to subscribers. I've looked at technical indicators, smart money, dumb money, all this sort of stuff. Again, we are seeing extremes, especially in dumb money buying, that we have not seen in any other top in early 2018 or 2007. No, we have to go back to early 2000. So this is the second and last great tech bubble, the greatest stock bubble in history, and in the worst economy recovery in history at 2% growth. Why? It's just all been Fed liquidity, pump money into the markets, not to the banks, not to people until recently in the COVID crisis. And it goes in the markets and pumps them up till they get crazy like now. So you gotta really get serious. And what we have here is we've come into another potential turning point, and the markets have hit some very important targets. 3720 on the S&P 500 and up to 3800 with what I call a kind of a throw over when you hit some important points like this. 30,300 and maybe a little throw over on the Dow. We're right there. And the markets are just holding because they're waiting on this decision from the constipated Congress, okay? And again, Andy Pancholi and I have been talking about this ever since 2016, 17, and 0 hour. I mean, we've got the greatest polarization in history. We've got the biggest set of revolution cycles, 2 or 3 together, 2 really powerful ones, an 84-year populist revolution and a 250-year bigger revolution cycle that goes back to the American Revolutionary War and the Protestant Reformation before that in Europe. That's the biggest thing that ever happened to Europe and since. And the same thing with our revolution. So we're in a critical time. The revolution is still happening, populist and deeper in how we structure everything in society in the information revolution and the emergence of blockchain and Bitcoin. I mean, I've been telling people for years now, I've never seen so much confusion because Bitcoin just looks like the biggest Ponzi scheme in history. And it actually is right now. But it does cost something to make Bitcoin. That's why they have miners, and it takes software. But Bitcoin is really just the emergence of something, especially with stable coins now and other things, that could become the underpinnings for reserve currencies or digital currencies from the bottom. I mean, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm telling you, when you have a bubble this big, it says, even though it's way overvalued, and this is way overvalued right now, Bitcoin and these cryptocurrencies, you only see this with something like the dot-com bubble, which again, where did it come? The end of the first technology bubble. Only the last few years did the retailers, the dot-coms, the e-commerce come out, led by Amazon. And here we have blockchain and cryptocurrencies. They're not in the NASDAQ like the internet, the dot-com stocks were, but it's the same thing. So the fact that they bubbled say this is very likely the next big thing, and I see it as the digitization of all financial assets and money. That is, the first internet wave was about information and Google and email, and I mean, and that's a wonder, and still is. but this is about money, and that's even bigger. So now you can see that people get the December issue of HSN Forecast. I showed this is before it broke out, and then Bitcoin just broke above those 19,800 highs in late 2017. And note 4-year cycle, top in late 2013, dramatic top late 2017. We could be heading one into latter 2021. I showed a chart that showed 40,000 would be a very reasonable target if it lasted late in this year, and 30-some thousand, 34, 35,000 if it just in the very near term to hit that strong trend line through those tops. So this is a big deal. I was actually forecasting back in 2019 that Bitcoin would have what I call its fifth wave. Now, people who know I talk in my newsletter, Elliott wave kind of technology. It's just simple stuff. First wave up, second wave down, third wave up, usually the biggest, strongest, fourth wave down, and then a fifth wave. And of course, in a bubble, that can be the biggest one. So this is the fifth wave of the early stage blockchain rally. And I was expecting blockchain to hit 32,000 in late 2019, early 2020 with a stock top then. But of course, this got extended with all this stimulus and COVID. And so now it's happening now. The big question, and this is a huge one for Bitcoin followers and crypto people, does Bitcoin continue to be what I've seen it so far, just the epitome of the stock bubble, the dot-coms of this tech bubble, coming at the end and following more the stock bubble and peaking with it, which it is doing right now, or does, and this is the key thing to look for, if stocks start to crash in the next month or two, which I fully expect, I do not see the stock market getting through January, February without starting to crash big time. And I got a lot of indicators for that I can't get to today. If Bitcoin keeps going up when stocks turn down, as gold did in 2008, and gold may do again, although Bitcoin is starting to steal gold show. If Bitcoin can prove, even for now, that it is the digital gold and it acts more like gold and stocks, then it could go up to 40,000 or so later 2021. So that's still to be played out. I'll keep everybody updated, but this is an exciting time. And again, for people who saw my Wednesday's Harry take, that Sally Hogshead, excellent personality test. 49 archetypes. The best ones usually have 16, like Briggs-Myers. I found this to be the best. I was urging people to do this for your kids, friends, business associates. It's $59. We negotiated a discount to $38, $26 if you do more than one. Their website's a little clunky if you're not just doing it for yourself and gifting, but I encourage you to look at that and consider that. I consider this the greatest bargain, and particularly the best thing you can do for your kids in the kind of high school. I wouldn't do it for like 6-year-olds or something, but in the late high school, college, or early adult stage, man, give them the clarity. I had no clarity what I wanted to do until I was 27, and not really until I was 36. So that's a little late. Okay, thanks, and we'll talk to you after Christmas, around New Year's.